A true Australian story. Our story from a special place. Early, truly unique, vast, sweeping, sun-blessed, gold and green, proud. This glorious land, it's in our blood. We share, we grow together, we take pride. True Aussie born and raised, down to earth, hand on heart, a cut above. Tender, handled with care, always protected, free-spirited. Our food, your table, celebrated the world over. So come close, share, breathe in, taste, enjoy. You're with friends.
Hai, selamat sore semuanya. Kembali lagi berjumpa bersama saya Radin Arsy dalam acara Indonesian Meat Cuisine, persembahan dari True Aussie Beef and Lamb. Seperti saya kasih tahu sebelumnya bahwa acara Indonesian Meat Cuisine ini berlangsung selama 5 episode berturut-turut, mempersembahkan cuisine dari Indonesia yang mempersembahkan masakan otentik Indonesia yang diredefine oleh international chef sehingga masakannya menjadi lebih terelevasi lagi. Dan kali ini kita akan memasak masakan sesuai kostum saya, yaitu dari Jawa Timur. Apa kira-kira masakannya dan kira-kira siapa chefnya? Saya kasih clue ya sedikit ya. Chefnya adalah executive chef dari salah satu hotel berbintang 5 di Jakarta. Siapa chefnya? Kita langsung lihat saja di profil chef kita berikut ini.
Hi, my name is Hamish Lindsay. I'm the executive chef at Fairmont, Jakarta. Today we're going to be cooking one of the signature dishes from 1945 restaurant. It's soto rawon. It's originally a dish from East Java. Today we're going to use a high quality Australian meat for our Indonesian meat cuisine. So in particular I'm using short rib, and the reason why is because of the very, very high quality but amazing marbling through the meat. So let's get cooking. Off to the kitchen.
Nah, sekarang saya udah ada di cooking stationnya. Tadi kan kita udah lihat ya profile dari chef kita hari ini. Chef yang merupakan executive chef dari Fairmont Hotel Jakarta. Hotel berbintang 5. Dan yang pasti chef dengan pengalaman puluhan tahun ini akan mengajarkan kita atau akan memperlihatkan kita bagaimana men-twist atau meredefine yang namanya rawon yang biasa kita makan. Seperti apa sih kalau misalnya rawon dimasak oleh chef internasional? Dan sekali lagi tentunya kalau misalnya ngomongin soal rawon, ini aku mau refresh aja ya. Pasti semua udah pada tahu ya rawon itu apa. Tapi kan nggak tahu definitionnya kan. Nah, rawon itu adalah masakan Indonesia berupa sup daging berkuah yang berwarna hitam dengan campuran bumbu khas yang disebut kluwek. Nah, kalau kalian bingung kluwek itu apa, googling aja Kluwak seperti apa? Biasanya kluwak itu akan dihancurkan dan nanti bagian dalamnya itu akan dibikin menjadi seperti paste itu, dan itu berwarna hitam. Itu yang bikin rawon berwarna hitam. Dan biasanya rawon itu terbuat dari daging, potongan daging-daging yang dipotong kecil-kecil, dan biasanya bagian daging itu disebut sandung lamur. Sandung lamur itu bukan daging yang benar-benar daging khas, tapi daging yang ada lemak-lemaknya. Dan yang sekarang akan kita gunakan adalah boneless short rib dari True Aussie Beef and Lamb, yang pastinya, nih lihat ya, sebelum kita panggil chefnya, aku mau kasih dulu, ini dia boneless short ribsnya, dimana ini benar-benar berkualitas tinggi dan pastinya akan membuat rawon yang totally delicious. Tapi bukan aku yang masak, kita akan langsung panggilkan saja. Tadi kalian sudah lihat video chefnya, langsung saja kita panggilkan. Inilah dia executive chef dari Fairmont Jakarta. Inilah dia Chef Hamish, Lindsay. Yay! Hi chef.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Very good.
Yes, chef. We already seen your profile. You've been a chef for how long?
I think about 26 years
See,
now.
right? I say, aku bilang tadi puluhan ya. 26 years. And how you start your experience? Do you like having education, formal education, or just like you just have taught yourself?
To be honest, I got really bored at school. So I just started cooking. So I had a job I worked on weekends, but I just quit school, got into cooking, and then that same year I got qualified. So I went to cooking school and got through that really quickly.
Before Indonesia, how long have you been in Indonesia?
I've been in Indonesia almost 16 years.
Oh my God,
16
16
Mulai di
years.
Bali, mungkin 8 tahun di Bali, dan 7,5 tahun di
And then finally
Jakarta.
end up in Fairmont,
Yeah.
Jakarta. So you're friends of Chef Gilles, right?
I'm friends with Gilles,
Gilles, okay.
Cesar Zolu, all of the
Oh,
famous chefs in Jakarta. for
okay.
sure.
Then, and today we are going to cook rawon. That is a
Yes.
very authentic Indonesian cuisine. As we know that rawon is a soup, black soup using kluwak.
Kluwak nut, yes.
Do you know kluwak?
I know kluwak.
As a Western, I mean, do you know kluwak?
Well, rawon's one of my favorites.
Yes.
It's very aromatic. It's very meaty and strong flavor. So it's one of my, it's my kind of go-to soup that I've always liked. And it's originally from Surabaya.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, now talk about this short ribs from True Aussie Beef and Lamb. As an international chef, as a professional chef, how you divine True Aussie Beef and Lamb?
Well, for Indonesian meat cuisine, I always choose like a really good high-quality Australian meat.
High quality Australian
Yes.
beef. And you've been to Australia also before Indonesia, right?
Yeah, I worked in Australia for 6 years. So
Okay.
I was a chef in Sydney. I started in 1999 until 2005.
Okay.
And yeah, we're not using cuts from other countries. We're using Australian beef.
So can you explain us a little bit how Australian beef can be so very good quality?
In general, majority of Australian beef is very tender, but you can utilize every cut on the beef anyway. Short rib used to be kind of like a secondary, a cut people didn't use.
Okay.
But in the last 10 years, chefs have started using short rib a lot more because you cook it low and slow, it becomes very tender. It's like butter.
Is there any person that really influenced your career in cooking?
Who would have influenced my career? I don't think I'd point to one person in particular.
Also, you have
but-
many person.
Yeah, but I
influence
did have one. There are a couple of chefs from Australia who
Okay.
really helped me on my career. One was Pete Evans,
you. Okay.
who's the celebrity chef.
So when we talk about France, actually, you have also French influence in your cooking. Can you
Definitely.
explain us a little bit? Because France, like, really famous with a very delicious cuisine, right?
Yeah, with French cooking, it's always good to use their technique. So it's kind of the basis of what you learn as a chef when you go to cooking school is French technique. So that's what I try and involve with a lot of my food. Even in our restaurant, 1945 at Fairmont, some of my desserts are all Indonesian flavor, but French technique.
Okay. So you are now in Fairmont for how long?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. 2
Yeah.
tahun di Fairmont Hotel. Okay. Now we're going to the execution of the cooking today
Yeah.
of the elevate Rawon. Because actually Indonesian know like Rawon is a very authentic food from East Indonesia, east of Java. right? Now we are going to cook, elevate rawon by your scale from France, from New Zealand, and from your 26 experience. So
Okay.
we start now?
Yep, let's get started.
Yes, let's go start. Yes, now please introduce what ingredients you have now.
Okay, let's start with the most important. We have beef short rib. There's a little bit of bone in. So for Indonesian meat cuisine, we always try and use a high quality
High
cut.
quality, okay,
This
cut.
has got really nice marbling. So when it's
marbles
cooked for
inside,
a
yeah.
long amount of time, that fat marbling in will melt into the beef and
Okay.
it'll become like butter, nice and tender.
Jadi kalau misalnya tadi chef bilang kalau misalnya kalian lihat ada marbles yang putih-putih di bagian dagingnya itu, kadang kalau kita ngelihatnya sebagai lemak dan kita justru malah hindarin. Tapi kalau misalnya international chef seperti chef, sebenarnya dia akan melihat marbles di dalam itu adalah sebagai quality yang membuat dagingnya tuh jadi malah empuk dan malah jadi juicy pada saat dimakannya. Then what we have again?
We also have some bone marrow.
Oh, what is this?
So we've got the bone from the beef and sliced in half.
You slice by knife, with knife?
No, with a bone saw.
Oh, okay.
So you can probably buy this from your butcher or from the local market. They can cut the bones for you.
Oh, oke. Jadi sumsum kayaknya ya kalau misalnya di Indonesia ini ya sumsum. Dan ini tulangnya kayaknya dia agak empuk, makanya dia dipotong. Dan nggak dipotong pakai pisau ya. Jadi jangan, don't try this at home, please. Kalau pakai pisau gitu berbahaya. Then again, we have kemangi, and
We
then
have
apa
some
lagi?
kemangi, we have some lemongrass, and some galangal.
Okay.
We've got a rawon paste, so
Oh, this is rawon paste with kluwak inside.
with kluwak
But can you
inside.
explain us what is inside this?
So a normal rawon paste will have kluwak, the black nut.
Yes.
You have to
We
crack
crack.
them and take out the inside. You have turmeric, garlic shallots.
Okay.
You'll have some more galangal. You'll have lemongrass and a little bit of lime leaf. The only thing you should do is still, when you're actually making the soup, you can still add some additional aromatics just to lift them, give a bit of freshness
Oke,
to the
jadi
soup.
untuk yang paste seperti ini nggak perlu bikin sendiri ya. Kalau tadi kan chef bilang ada kluwak, ada dan lain-lain. Tapi kalau misalnya mau beli yang jadi juga di supermarket juga ada. Oke, another.
So we have just for aromatics for the soup, some lime leaf. We make our own kemangi powder,
Kemangi powder, oke.
white pepper, salt,
Salt,
a little bit of garnish, any herbs that you
okay.
have, lime.
lime.
We have the sprouts.
This is also special in rawon, right?
You have to have this
You
in
have to
rawon,
have this in
or it's
rawon.
not rawon.
Yes.
Very
Agree.
important.
Agree. And then?
Same with tomato, you have to have tomato in rawon. And we have a salted duck egg,
Oke. Telur asin,
bawang
Translated.
goreng,
bawang goreng.
and we have a bit of the sambal you normally serve.
Oh, oke.
With,
Normal sambal ya.
So normally with a rawon you have a sambal, it's
Yeah.
just chili, garlic and
Okay.
water, just lightly boiled and then blended. So it's very simple. It's
And
not
we have
spicy.
also emping.
Emping.
Kalian tahu emping? Pasti
I
mereka
love
tahu ya,
emping.
mereka tahu emping.
It's
So,
not good for your cholesterol,
Yeah,
but it's
agree.
it's the best kerupuk in Indonesia for
do you
sure.
like emping?
I love emping,
I
but
love
my,
emping.
my body doesn't like emping.
Okay. Then, any other thing that we have to explain?
I think that's about it. I think
okay.
we can get started.
Okay, let's get started! Indonesian meat cuisine with Chef
Hamish, Lindsay.
Lindsay, 26 years experience, 26 tahun pengalamannya, dan dia udah berkeliling dunia, ke Bali juga pernah, di Australia juga 6 tahun, terus akhirnya sekarang sudah 2 tahun menjadi executive chef di Fairmont Hotel Jakarta. Now what the first thing that we have to prepare?
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just, we've got quite a lot of rawon paste here. So we're going to marinate the beef and then it's good to marinate a little bit longer, but today we'll just marinate quickly and then
Okay.
we'll start cooking in
Oke,
the pan.
biasanya sih kita di marinate itu udah agak lama. Biasanya ya, kalau misalnya chef masak di hotelnya dia, biasanya di marinate itu lama, bisa berhari-hari untuk memberikan kualitas dan lain-lain. Mungkin biar lebih meresap. Tapi if we talk about Australian beef, like it really easily cook, right?
Yeah.
Very easy. How you experience yourself as an international chef cooking with Australian beef?
Well, these days it's kind of the more accessible beef for us in Indonesia. Australia being so close, but good ties with the Australian government. So the beef is, you've got this good quality beef on your doorstep, and it's much easier for us to
Okay.
order, and it's available.
Okay, now we're going to marinate this.
Yeah.
Only 3? Only 3?
We'll just do 3 today. I've got to fit it in the pan.
Okay. Let me just do 3.
So we just need to coat all over the short rib.
But at home we can use our hands, right?
You can use your hands if you want.
Jadi kalau misalnya di rumah kalian mau coba pakai tangan ya nggak apa-apa ya. Untuk marinate itu biasanya kalau pakai tangan biasanya lebih meresap ke dalam, dan biasanya di marinate itu kalau makin lama makin bagus. Tapi kalau ngomongin soal Australian beef, you don't have to marinate too long karena dagingnya tuh empuk banget dengan kualitas yang begitu luar biasa, sehingga sudah dibicarakan oleh chef-chef sebelumnya bahwa ini sering dipakai internationally dan pastinya sangat mensupport untuk mereka meng-create masakan atau karya yang luar biasa on the plate, especially for 5 stars dishes. Okay, so you just marinate and then kita diamkan untuk berapa lama? We marinate for how long?
For me, I personally like to marinate it for at least 2 hours.
2 hours, okay. Jadi biasanya 2 jaman, tapi ini kayak begini juga udah nggak apa-apa, okay? After this, we just marinate this, and then any other thing that we have to prepare?
What we'll do is we'll start with this, and then we'll move, while this is cooking, we'll move on to the other parts of the soup.
While we are waiting for the pan hot, can I ask you a question, a tips for moms who watch this live show? Bu, aku mau tanya ya, tips tentang bagaimana cara memilih daging yang mudah. How can we pick the best quality meat when mom's going to the supermarket?
I guess
visually, how can we see it that it is the good quality?
When you look at it visually, you shouldn't see anything too much sweat on the beef. Obviously, you're looking for the bright red color. You don't want to see something that's wrapped for too long. Sometimes that is like a telltale sign that no one's buying it.
How about the smell?
Definitely, I actually tell them in the supermarket when I'm buying something, I ask to smell it. So don't be shy.
Okay, don't be
like
shy.
ask to smell.
And it's okay, right, to smell?
Absolutely. I turn things down many times.
How about if we touch it? Like, is it the way we touch and then to know that the quality is good or not?
You shouldn't really need to touch because you can smell it. Like our nose is kind of more to get more of an idea rather than touching the beef.
Jadi nggak perlu langsung dipegang juga, nggak apa-apa ya, untuk tahu itu berkualitas atau enggak. Dilihat aja dari warna merahnya aja udah kelihatan, dan dicium tuh nggak apa-apa banget ya. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian mau cium dagingnya, jadi it's okay, it's normal, nggak usah malu kata chef, karena dari baunya aja udah ketahuan itu daging berkualitas atau enggak. And then you've been in Australia for 6 years, right?
Yes.
And then do you see the cattle, like how they breed all the cattle?
I have actually been to a few different farms, particularly in Victoria. So I've been out to where the farms are, and and I've seen the abattoir as well. So where they're actually.
And most of them say that all the cattle are happy cattle. Is that correct or not?
Well, it's all they've got massive amounts of land. And the quality of the grass is super green, so they have a lot of space to move around. They're not all bunched up.
So all the cattle are happy.
They're definitely
so happy cattle, happy beef, good quality of beef. Itulah dia True Aussie Beef and Lamb yang menghadirkan beef yang berkualitas. Oh, luar biasa. Let's go cooking.
Yeah, let's
again. Go. Okay, we have a boiling water over here.
We have some boiling water. This is for the sprouts later.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is saute off the beef first to get that into the oven. Almost. This will only be 1 minute.
Okay, ini masih 1 menit lagi. Jadi aku tanya lagi tips lagi ya. When all the moms like having beef from the supermarket, how do you have any tips? Do they have to wash, or how they can keep it in the fridge?
For me, I don't like to wash the beef at all.
Okay, jangan dicuci ya.
To be honest, it's best if there is a little bit too much excess liquid, just use some paper towel. Like this is the best way, just to dry the beef off a bit, because you don't want the liquid really swimming when you're cooking. But paper towel will take most of that away.
Okay, and then what is the best way to keep it in the fridge? In the freezer or in the lower freeze?
Well, it's best to buy fresh and keep it fresh. It's best not to really use frozen unless you buy it frozen.
Oh, oke. Jadi kalau misalnya ada kelebihan cairan dan lain-lain, nggak usah dicuci ya, Bu, Bapak, semuanya yang nonton acara kita. Itu cukup dikeringkan menggunakan tisu aja, atau mungkin dengan menggunakan koran juga nggak apa-apa. Yang penting dia kering aja, nggak perlu dicuci. Oke, is it hot already?
Hot.
Oke. Dan kita siap masak ya. Dan sekali lagi tentunya bagi kalian yang nonton acara kita hari ini yang bingung untuk beli produk dari True Aussie Beef and Lamb atau Australian Beef ini belinya di mana, kalian bisa beli produknya di high-end retail supermarket. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian mau beli, contohnya ada di apa namanya, food hall, ranch market, farmers market, dan supermarket sejenisnya. Di sana kalian bisa temukan produk dari Australian beef ini, dari True Aussie Beef and Lamb, dengan harga yang sangat terjangkau. One thing that I have to tell everyone, because Indonesian like mostly think that Australian beef is expensive.
Well, not really.
Not really,
Not
right?
really.
Jadi nggak
Compared
mahal.
to
Why?
US, no. Australians are definitely a bit cheaper. That's why I think if you look in the right supermarkets, you will find quite good
Okay.
pricing on beef.
Jadi affordable kok. Jadi di sini nih ya, saya di show keempat saya mau educate orang Indonesia untuk tahu bahwa daging Australia tuh nggak selalu mahal. Kalau beli kualitas dengan harga yang terjangkau, ngapain pakai daging yang biasa? Pakai dagingnya yang Australian beef aja, karena kualitinya bagus dan masaknya juga nggak perlu lama-lama banget. Oke, is it ready?
Just about.
Oke.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. Done? Is it done?
That's it. Yep.
Yes.
So we just need to get a little bit of color on this. Just get it a little bit sealed, and then we're going to put it into the oven
In the
for,
oven.
if you can, 2 hours at about 140 degrees. But if you can't do that long, that's fine. You can do at least 1 hour.
At least 1 hour. Oke. Jadi setelah ini kita cuma di-share aja di atas pan dan kurang lebih sebentar aja, cuma buat kasih color aja sedikit. Setelah itu dilanjutkan proses memasaknya di oven. Biasanya chef kalau misalnya masak tuh biasa 4 jam, tapi kalau misalnya 4 jam terlalu lama, it's okay. Karena sebenarnya sih hanya dengan beberapa menit aja juga sebenarnya dagingnya udah bisa matang ya. Tapi nanti kalau misalnya kalian mau dengan hasil yang sempurna, untuk this type of dish kalian bisa ya at least 1 jam katanya di dalam oven dengan panas 140 derajat. I can smell the kluwak.
Yeah, for sure.
But actually
Kluwak is
this
very
tastes
strong.
like easily burn, yeah, chef.
Yeah, that's why we're just doing it very lightly, and then once it's in the oven,
Yeah.
very low temp, so
Okay.
it should caramelize on
Okay.
the outside of the meat.
Oke, jadi karena paste-nya ini membuat dagingnya gampang hangus, jadi jangan terlalu lama. Dia hanya cuma buat melapisi si dagingnya aja. Setelah itu dilanjutkan di oven.
That's
Okay.
pretty much it. We can
Oke,
put that
let's
into the
go
oven.
to the oven. Dan ingat ya 140 derajat Celcius. Jadi 140 derajat Celcius. And if you ask or if you question yourself, how can we get Australian beef, kalian bisa dapatkan di high-end retails seperti yang tadi sudah Raden sebutkan dengan harga yang sebenarnya terjangkau. Cuman kadang kita mindsetnya selalu mikir bahwa imported beef itu pasti mahal, padahal sebenarnya nggak beda jauh kok sama local beef.
So we'll make the soup next,
Yes.
and we can put that off to the side,
Yes.
and then just finish some of the garnishes.
Let's go.
Okay, so we have another pot, little bit of oil,
Sedikit
not too
minyak.
much, and then we'll just saute the rest of this rawon paste.
Oke. Again, kita menggunakan lagi rawon paste yang tadi dengan ada kluwak di dalamnya. Sedikit minyak, begitu rawon paste-nya dimasukkan ke dalam sana.
other
Sementara
thing-
kita masih menunggu dagingnya yang dimasak atau selama 1 jam tadi.
So we'll just add a little bit of galangal, I've already peeled,
Yes,
and a little bit of lemongrass.
lemongrass.
Just for the
Right.
lemongrass, I turn my knife,
Okay.
and I'll just give it a
Yes, we call it geprek in Indonesia.
give it a bit of a smash.
Smash. Okay, you don't smash the galangal?
We can a little bit.
Okay.
So we just want to get the aromatic coming out of the rawon, and then we have some beef stock.
Oke, ini beef stock ya. Maksudnya ini adalah kaldu daging. Kalau kaldu daging itu dia warnanya biasanya agak kecoklatan. Dan kaldu daging yang bagus itu dia biasanya bening.
And then we can just add the lemongrass.
The lemongrass.
Lemongrass, just lightly push.
Okay, so easy ya, chef ya.
Very easy. The thing is, just try and let it simmer for at least 30 minutes to
30
1 hour.
minutes, okay.
The longer the better for something like
The
this.
longer the better. Oke.
Yeah.
So jadi kita membuat supnya tadi dengan kluwak paste yang tadi atau rawon paste tadi, terus dikasih sedikit galangal yang sudah di smash atau digeprek bersama lemongrass. So we are still cooking over there. And then what else we do?
So now it's just the garnishes. So what we'll do is start on the sum and the tomatoes.
Okay.
The other one we need to do are the bean sprouts, but they're very quick. So for the sum, we'll choose a couple of pieces and just salt and pepper just on top.
Even the garnish is delicious, I think.
I love bone marrows.
Yes.
Nice and fatty and
Yes, dan sum-sumnya ini hanya di season dengan menggunakan pinch of salt, sedikit garam, and also a pinch of pepper. Okay, we use oil for this.
Yep, we'll use a bit more oil.
Kita pakai minyak sedikit aja, nggak usah banyak-banyak. Dan sum-sum ini hanya untuk garnishnya aja ya. Dan kita juga akan menggunakan tomat dan juga toge.
And for the tomatoes, I'll normally just give them a couple of prigs. These just need to be lightly cooked as well.
Oke, jadi tomatnya hanya dimasak sedikit aja dan untuk matang sampai ke dalam.
Again, just a bit of salt and pepper on the tomatoes.
Yes, dikasih garam sedikit dan juga dikasih merica sedikit. Nah, one thing yang mungkin para pemirsa sekalian harus ketahui, mostly Western, Italian, French people or European, mereka tuh masak tomat itu biasanya dimasak entah dia dimasukkan ke dalam oven or dimasak seperti ini. Karena apa? Karena tomat kalau dimakan mentah itu dia bisa memberikan vitamin C buat kita. Tapi kalau misalnya we cook tomato like this, it will give you another nutrition. Jadi memberikan nutrisi lain yang bagus sekali untuk laki-laki untuk mencegah prostat atau kanker prostat. That's a tips for everyone. Okay, now we are going to cook the tomato a little bit.
So we have the tomato in there, we have the sum, the bone marrow. We just need to get a little bit of color on this.
Okay, Chef, about the nutrition that Australian beef has, what do you think about the nutrition itself?
I definitely, you need a certain amount of iron in your diet. So beef, especially Australian beef, is just one of the easy go-tos. You should eat a certain amount, not huge amounts, but 100, 200 grams a few times a week is definitely
Few times a week ya?
Yeah.
Oke, jadi karena kandungan nutrisi yang begitu baik untuk tubuh kita, especially di kala COVID seperti ini, kita harus menjaga stamina kita, daya tahan tubuh kita. Really recommend untuk kita memakan atau mengkonsumsi daging beberapa kali dalam seminggu, biasanya 3-4 kali satu minggu kalau bisa ya, dan dengan berat yang kurang lebih 100-200 gram aja. Nggak banyak, tapi itu akan memberikan stamina atau mungkin juga daya tahan tubuh yang baik buat kita, especially in this pandemic, right?
You need to keep your immune system strong.
Yes.
And sum is also very
Sum
good.
also great. Okay. Okay. Now
And this is almost done. So the tomatoes don't need to be too heavily cooked. It's just really searing a little bit on the outside. So we'll put them over here.
Okay. Wow, tomatnya aja cantik. Okay.
And we have some as well.
We just use the sum and tomato only for garnish, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, later we are going to use the boiling water for
So the boiling water is just for the
Brussels sprouts?
Just for the sprouts,
Sprouts,
yeah.
yes.
These just need to be lightly blanched.
Okay.
So we'll just put
Okay.
those in, and they
Okay.
just need say 1 minute.
Okay.
And we'll just strain
Jadi
them.
hanya di blanch aja ya. Blanch ini adalah teknik merebus yang cuma sebentar aja. Jadi kalau misalnya dimasaknya nggak boleh terlalu matang. And then we are going to
We'll prepare the egg. So this just needs to be peeled, obviously.
yes, authentically. Also, we have always this salted egg. Right?
Really?
Yes.
I think you have to use it, otherwise it's not really a correct Rawon, is it?
Oke, jadi kita pakai telur asin yang dikupas. Dan telur asin ini nggak ada apa-apain guys, tenang aja. Jadi kalian nggak usah khawatir. Yang lagi dimasak internationally adalah dagingnya tadi yang sudah di blend sedikit dengan rawon paste, and then setelah itu cuma sebentar aja dan masuk ke oven like for minimally for 1 hour dengan dengan suhu 140 derajat aja. Dan setelah itu kita bikin supnya boiling, makin lama boilingnya makin bagus. Dan di sini juga kita lagi ngerebus togenya. Yang
So
hanya
these are
digas.
done. I'll just
Okay.
give them I'll just strain them off.
Oke, setelah itu disaring. Dan dia nggak perlu terlalu lama karena actually kita nggak perlu bikin togenya sampai terlalu matang sekali. Oke, that is done. Done. Check.
So just the beef. So with the beef, it's we've got another piece we prepared earlier.
Okay.
So it does take quite a long time. So you can see it's nice kind of coating on of the rawon paste, and we just need to just cut into nice cubes.
Oke. Nah, beef yang tadi sudah di dalam oven tadi kan kita nggak mungkin nungguin selama 1 jam ya. Jadi chef udah bawa yang udah jadi ya. We have this like we already processed before,
We
right?
processed before because we
Okay.
gave it at least 2 hours in
Oh,
the
so
oven.
beautiful.
So you can see in the Australian beef has
Yes.
really nice marbling. But this is how you know. You can see it
Okay.
actually breaks apart. It's so
From
tender.
all the chef, I always heard that they always say like marbling is really good for beef. Especially Indonesian people think that when we have marbles inside the beef, it's like not a good quality of beef.
Oh, it has to have marbling, otherwise
Iya, kalau
it's
ada
not tender.
marblingnya. Jadi
Yeah.
kalau misalnya nggak, justru kalau misalnya kita berpikir bahwa kalau yang putih-putihnya itu atau marbling di dalam daging itu membuat dagingnya jadi alot, justru itu yang membuat dagingnya menjadi empuk. Makanya dari ketiga chef sebelumnya sampai chef yang keempat ini, kita benar-benar selalu mendengar bahwa oh marbling ini penting sekali ya ketika kita melihat good quality beef. Nah setelah tadi keluar kurang lebih 1 jam, minimum 1 jam, kalau bisa sampai 3 sampai 4 jam kalau kalian mau tunggu lama it's okay. Tapi jadinya benar-benar matang seperti ini. Wow, ini luar biasa.
Okay, so we're almost there. We just need to slightly warm up the beef and the stock,
Okay.
and then we can strain the soup into the bowl.
Oh,
And
okay.
We're almost done.
Oke, cepet ya kali ini masaknya ya.
Okay, the other thing is I'll just do a little bit of
Lime?
sliced lime. Let me just clean off this. Just some lime for on the side. Okay.
So we check everything. Meat, check.
Meat,
Garnish, sum, tomatoes, salted egg.
salted
lime,
egg, we just cut
check.
in half.
Okay. Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, the other thing, I'll just put these off to the side.
Okay.
I just need a little.
Now we are going
bowl.
to serve ya. Kalian juga nggak usah coba gaya aku di dapur seperti ini ya. Ini karena dari Jawa Timur, jadi aku pakai kostumnya Jawa Timur. Chef juga ya, chef wearing batik, right?
Yes, of course.
Yay. Jadi chef aja pakai batik, kenapa kita nggak pakai batik? Jadi kalian harus pakai batik, kayak aku nih. Tapi don't try this at home, panas. Oh, Oke.
So we're just warming that beef up.
Oh, oke. Jadi dagingnya dipanasin lagi karena tadi kan dagingnya sebenarnya udah dibawa jadi seperti ini dan ini cuma dipanasin aja and we serve. Oh, nice plate, a nice
Where would
bowl.
you like to serve? Here or
Okay.
on this side?
On this side, okay.
Okay, let's move a few ingredients
Okay.
and we can serve direct.
Okay, now we are into serve. Kita akan segera serving. Kira-kira
So we'll
disebut
start
plating bukan pakai plate, berarti bowling ya.
bowl soup. Otherwise,
soup.
your soup's going to be everywhere.
Oke.
So it's just about placement now. We have the beautiful color with the tomatoes.
Oh ya,
We have the sprouts that have been just lightly blanched.
Ini international rawon ya. Jadi kalian nyebutnya kalau udah bikin kayak gini jangan rawon lagi, nyebutnya rawon. Oke.
A very nice tender Australian beef.
Oke. Aduh, wanginya tuh bener-bener deh ya. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian biasa masak pakai local beef, mulai hari ini setelah nonton 3 episode kita, kalian harus mulai membiasakan dengan menggunakan Australian beef. Kenapa? Karena saya aja baru mention 4 kali ini sama ini dan udah mulai addicted dengan baunya ya. Mudah-mudahan nanti abis ini saya belanja dan bisa coba ini di rumah. So I can try this at home also.
Of course.
Hopefully.
Okay, now we have our rawon. And we'll just
strain,
slightly strain
ya?
that
Oke,
inside.
jadi disaring. Wow.
Okay,
So it's done.
and just a bit of fresh kemangi. Now obviously we still have the sambal on the side
Pakai kemangi juga ya.
and a little bit of bawang goreng.
So berarti ini di take out dulu ya. Oh, are you gonna use this also?
No, we'll just use the kemangi. I think that's
Oh,
more
kemangi, okay.
relative.
So
So there we go. Tiny bit of, we have some kemangi powder, not too important, but we do it in the restaurant just because it's adding a bit to that kemangi flavor in the soup.
wow, so this is it. So this is our rawon
Yeah.
by Chef Hamish. Tepuk tangan dulu dong semuanya yang ada di rumah, yang ada di sini juga tepuk tangan virtual juga nggak apa-apa. Wow, thank you very much, Chef. This
Thank
is
you.
really nice and it looks very delicious. Dan ini it's totally elevate the authentic rawon from Jawa Timur. And of course, bagi siapa aja yang mau mencoba, jangan lupa untuk mencoba karena it's really worth it. Baunya tuh bener-bener bikin kayak pengen makan. Dan bagi semuanya yang ingin tentunya mengikuti episode berikutnya, kita masih ada episode lagi yang kelima, dimana nanti setelah episode yang kelima kita akan ada Big Bang-nya yang unite all the chef. So you're the fourth chef. We already have 3 chef before, and then we are going to have the 5th chef, and then at the 6th episode we are going to do the Big Bang.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes, and of course, Chef, thank you very much. Dan
Thank you.
jangan lupa bagi semuanya kita ucapkan terima kasih banyak buat yang sudah menyaksikan. And of course, I would like to remind everyone untuk follow dan juga ikutin semua sosial media dari True Aussie Beef and Lamb. Di antaranya yaitu untuk Instagram boleh follow yaitu @TrueAussieID dan juga Facebook, and also the website www.trueaussiebeefandlamb.id. Last but not least, I really have to say thank you very much for our chef today.
Thank
Terima
you.
kasih banyak. Thank you,
Thank
Chef. Sampai jumpa lagi di acara persembahan dari True Aussie Beef and Lamb berikutnya. Saya Radin Narsi, mohon pamit dari semuanya. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay healthy,
Thank you.
guys.
A true Australian story. Our story from a special place. Early, truly unique. Vast, sweeping, sun-blessed, gold and green. Proud. This glorious land. It's in our blood. We share. We grow together. We take pride. True Aussie born and raised. Down to earth. Hand on heart. A cut above. Handled with care, always protected, free-spirited. Our food, your table, celebrated the world over.